Most people think you need a fancy degree or some tech startup to get rich, right? Meanwhile, guys with pickup trucks are clearing $100,000 a year doing work that everybody else is just too proud to do. And I'm not talking about construction companies with fleets of vehicles. I'm talking about one person, one truck, just solving problems that exist in every single neighborhood around America. Hauling junk, right? Moving furniture, plowing snow. The boring shit nobody wants to do themselves, but absolutely needs done. These operators aren't on LinkedIn bragging about their business. They're too busy cashing checks. Today, I'm breaking down the top 5 pickup truck businesses that are printing money right now in 2025. These aren't sexy. They're not going to make you Instagram famous, guys, but they will make you very, very rich if you actually do the work. And number 1 on this list, that one's going to piss off everyone who spent $200,000 on a college degree, because the operators doing this are out-earning most corporate professionals with nothing but a truck and a trailer. Here's what changed after 2020. People realized their corporate jobs could disappear overnight, but a guy with a pickup truck and some hustle, he's always got work. Americans started 5.5 million new businesses, guys, in 2023. Double what it was before everybody was panic buying toilet paper, right? And it wasn't tech geniuses or MBA graduates leading the charge here. It was regular people with trucks saying, I'm done waiting for permission to make more money. The transportation and hauling sector exploded because demand for physical services never stops. Someone always needs something moved. They need it hauled. They need it cleaned up. Now here's the thing. Most people look at a pickup truck and they just see a vehicle, but smart people see $100,000 a year business on wheels. All right, all of these businesses I'm about to show you have one thing in common. They all need customers. They all need leads, people who are actively looking for their services right fucking now. And that's where the real opportunity is. Not just doing the work, but becoming the person who controls the flow of customers to these businesses. I've built a portfolio of digital properties that bring in over $41,000 per month. I've got students making $2,000 to $6,000 a month from digital leasing. We build simple websites that rank in Google for local services, then lease those leads to businesses who are desperate for customers. No employees, guys, no inventory, no dealing with the headache of traditional business. You build the asset once and it pays you every single month. Click the link for the free training. I'll show you exactly how this works step by step. All right, back to the pickup truck businesses. Let me walk you through these starting at number 5, working our way up to the most lucrative opportunity at number 1. Business number 5, snow plowing. Now, this one is location specific, right? So if you're in Florida or Arizona, guys, you can go ahead and skip ahead. But if you're in a snowy region, this is a gold mine. And the same principles I'm about to explain applies to any seasonal service in your area, whether that's hurricane cleanup, pressure washing, maybe lawn care, right? A plow attachment for your truck is only going to cost $1,500 to $3,000. That's the investment. One decent blizzard, though, and you've paid it off, guys. Well-run snow removal operators make over $50,000 per truck each winter in every snowy region, okay? Some are billing $30 to $100 per driveway per snow event, or $250 plus per parking lot every single snowfall. And that leads us to the real genius of this business. You can lock in seasonal contracts before the first snowflake ever falls. Businesses and apartment complexes need guaranteed snow removal. They'll pay you monthly retainers whether it snows or not. That's reoccurring revenue locked in for 4 to 6 months every single year. Once you've secured those contracts, you know exactly what you're making all winter long. No guessing, no hoping for customers, just guaranteed income hitting your account every single month. You find the seasonal pain points in your area, guys, and you solve it with your truck. Business number 4, junk removal. This is the ultimate get paid to take people's trash business, right? And before you roll your eyes, guys, let me hit you with some numbers real quick that are going to make you pay attention. A one-person junk removal operator can make $5,000 to $8,000 a month in revenue. Industry data, guys, shows operators grossing $170,000 to $200,000 a year with $60,000 to $80,000 in profit once they establish that business. That's not corporate money. That's one dude with a pickup truck. Here's why this works. Americans are the world's #1 trash producing country, right? Each person, guys, creates 1,600 pounds of waste per year. That's nearly a ton of shit every single person has to get rid of, right? In the junk removal market, guys, it's worth $10 billion every single year in the United States. On the flip side, nobody wants to do it, right? It's dirty, it's heavy, it's unglamorous as hell to say the least, right? And that's exactly why it pays so well. You can charge $100 for a single pickup load, $500 plus for a full property clean out, right? Price by volume plus dump fees here. And then you're making money on every single trip that you take. The startup costs, guys, are basically nothing if you already own a truck. You need tarps, right? Straps, gloves, a local dump permit, and that's it. You could literally start this weekend with a few $100 and start pulling in cash immediately. The real beauty of junk removal, it's a recession-proof business. When the economy tanks, people downsize, they move, they clean out, right? When the economy's booming, they upgrade and they throw out the old stuff. You win either way. Business number 3, small-scale moving company, right? Not the big corporate moving companies with the massive trucks, guys. I'm talking about you, your pickup, and maybe a dolly, right? Helping people move furniture across town for themselves. This is one of those businesses where you can charge $75 to $150 per hour, and people are happy to pay it because they don't need a full moving van for 2 pieces of furniture, right? Think about how often people buy stuff off of Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. They need someone to move that couch, that dining table, that outdoor grill they just bought. So you show up, you load it, you drive it 20 minutes away, and you unload it. Boom! $150 for an hour of work, right? Summer is peak moving season as well. So college towns have twice yearly spikes, guys, when students move in and out, right? Military towns like Colorado Springs are the same way. If you're in one of these areas and you time this right, you can book out every weekend for months. Weekend moving gigs are so consistent that you could replace a full-time income just working Saturdays and Sundays. No boss, no office, just you, your truck, and a simple way to get customers to find you. Let's break that down. The barrier to entry is almost zero here. The demand is constant. And unlike these massive moving companies that charge minimums of $500 or $1,000, you can undercut them and still make great money because your overhead is basically gas and your time. Business number 2, equipment and tool rental. Here's one most people don't think about. You can rent out your truck and trailer when you're not using them, right? There are platforms for this now, guys. Or you can do it locally through word of mouth, right? But people need to borrow a truck for moving, maybe for hauling mulch or picking up their own furniture. They'll pay $50 to $100 a day just to use your truck. You do nothing. You hand them the keys and you collect the cash. Some guys buy a second truck specifically for renting it out, right? The truck pays for itself in rentals and you still have yours for your own business. That's leveraging an asset to create passive income. You can also rent out tools, trailers, pressure washers, anything that sits in your garage when you're not working. Business number 1, hot shot trucking. The one that's going to make college grads question every life decision they've ever made, guys. Hot shot trucking. This is using a pickup truck with a flatbed or a gooseneck trailer to haul freight, right? We're talking smaller loads that are too big for a van but too small for a semi-truck. You're moving stuff like machinery, equipment, building materials, anything that needs to get from one place to another fast. And you're charging a premium because speed and flexibility matter to these people. Hotshot truckers can make $70,000 to $150,000 a year. Some who really hustle hard and secure good contracts are pulling in way more. You're not just punching a clock here. You're not just answering to a boss. You're picking loads, negotiating your rates, and running your own operation. The investment is higher than the other businesses on this list. So you're going to need a heavy-duty truck, right? A good trailer, proper insurance, guys, and possibly DOT authority if you're crossing state lines, right? But the payoff is massive. One good long-haul delivery can net you $1,500 to $3,000 in just a day or two. This is a real career replacement. This isn't a side hustle. This is a full-blown business that competes with any corporate salary, except you're the one calling the shots, right? Let's tie all this together. Every single one of these businesses shares the same pattern. Low barrier to entry with high demand. Physical work, most people don't even want to do, and that's exactly why they work, right? The junk removal operator is making $80,000 a year in profit. The snowplow operator locks in $50,000 every winter. The hotshot trucker clears $150,000. These aren't outliers. These are regular people who saw an opportunity in boring, unsexy, physical work. And here's what nobody talks about. These businesses are recession-proof. People always need junk removed. Snow always needs to be plowed. Furniture, guys, always needs to be moved. The demand never goes away. Now, everything I just showed you works, but let me tell you where the real money is. Every single one of these businesses is desperate for customers. The junk removal guy needs people calling. Movers need jobs. Snowplowers need contracts. These businesses live or die based on whether their phone rings. And most of them have no fucking clue how to make that happen consistently. That's where digital leasing comes in. You build a simple website that ranks in Google for high-intent keywords like junk removal near me or emergency plumber in Dallas, Texas, and you lease those leads to local businesses for $500 to $2,000 per month. No employees, no trucks, no breaking your back, right? I built a portfolio of these digital properties, guys, that bring me in over $41,000 per month. I've got students making $2,000 to $6,000 a month with the exact same system. Here's the difference, though. With a truck, you trade your hours for dollars. You're putting wear and tear on your vehicle, on your back. You're dealing with depreciation, your work, right? You work, you get paid. You don't work, you don't get paid. With digital leasing, you build the asset once, and it generates you income whether you're working or sleeping. Those snowplowing companies, those junk removal operators, those moving services, they all need consistent flow of customers, and they'll pay you a premium to deliver them every single month. Click the link for the free training. I'll walk you through exactly how to build sites, how to rank them, how to find clients, and turn this into a real business. You're leveraging the internet instead of your back. The opportunity is right in front of you guys. You keep trading your time for money, or you can go and build something that pays you over and over again. Let's go build something that lasts.